Hello and welcome to Expedition 19 Corvette, the fourth expedition of this holiday season's Reduxes, and we are going to continue going through each expedition Redux this holiday season, and we're going to do all the phases of Corvette Expedition 19. Liked this one when it came out. It came along with the Voyagers update, and that brought true ship customization to No Man's Sky. It brought Corvettes, of course, to No Man's Sky, and it is this particular expedition which highlights that. So let's jump straight in and have a look at the expedition milestones. So of course in phase 1 we have to find our starship, but this one is a little bit different because we don't actually use our starship at all. So we need to find it but rise from the wreckage of your ship, and then of course we need to look at assembling our first Corvette, and there's a gauge autopilot for 20 seconds here. Defeat Sentinel interceptors of 3, we can do that nice and easy. Warp to a new system, of course, that is a general milestone you get on phase 1. We need to excavate 5 Corvette modules as well. There are going to be a number of milestones we can complete early on to get a nice and good start in this expedition. We've obviously got things like installing the Corvette inventory modules, harvesting plants on your Corvette, so we actually need to build stuff on our Corvette to be able to do things like that. Catch free fish, visit a lush world, drift among the stars is one we can do nice and easily. We can perform a space walk. Then we've got things like destroy asteroids, we can do that as well. Claim a multi-tool from a harmonic camp, obviously we're going to have to find one to do things like that. And then eliminate corrupt sentinels. Pilot your Corvette for 70,000 U, we can do this one as we go because we will be piloting our Corvette for many U indeed. Discover 3 creatures on distant worlds, we need to find a distant world for that one. And we've got other things as well. Fall for 40 seconds from a Corvette, so we need to fall from a very high height there to get that one. We should be able to do that one though, no problem. Embark on another traveller's Corvette. This is optional here, I won't be doing this one here. If you want to do this one, you can do this by going into multiplayer, going into the anomaly, joining someone's game, and then hitchhiking on their Corvette. What else can we do here? Nice and easily. Find deep space anomalies. We need anomaly detector. Before that, we have another optional milestone here, which is restore sentinel / traveller neutrality. We do get 1,200 quicksilver for that, so that is actually quite nice if you do want to complete that one. And we get only 500 quicksilver for the hitchhiking one. But Quicksilver is Quicksilver nonetheless. We need to take a photo of our Corvette. We should be able to do that one nice and easy as well. Shut down planet Sentinel forces will be quite fun. Completely explore a derelict freighter is going to take a little while. So let's start straight away then in collecting our base materials. If you've watched a number of these expedition episodes or previous expedition episodes, you'll know that I always start by collecting base materials. We've got carbon, ferrite dust, dihydrogen. We'll also get some condensed carbon if we can, of the smaller materials if we don't have the advanced mining beam, and we also get some sodium hopefully, and maybe some oxygen as well, and various other materials. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. I have located my starship. While I'm here, what I'm going to do is move my tech around. So I want to move certain things into the supercharged slots I have here. I'm going to go with the hazard protection and the movement module itself. I'm going to have a look at our multi-tool here. We don't have anything of any upgrades or anything, so just going to sort of move them around so I can get prepared for that. And we've now found the starship, so this should give us our first milestone link to the stars, but we need to board it. And here we are. Not recognised. Atlas connection not found. Log recovery error and launch systems are unrecoverable. There's an unhealthy buzz and dashboards. And what we need to do is receive the incoming calls. That's the only thing we have. Forgotten me and forgotten us. I don't know because I've just woken up. The signal is so compromised that the message is almost indecipherable. Yet the voice, like this ship, feels impossibly intimately familiar. The line goes quiet. Of course, only static remains. A packet of data is attached to the transmission. So we have the orbital uplink now, which is something specific to this expedition that allows you to teleport straight to a space station, so it'll be part of our craftable materials now. It takes chromatic metal to make, so on this world we do have some copper, so it's probably worth going to look for copper. There's a cobalt deposit right there. There's actually Fecium deposit here, that might be quite interesting to grab. And there's a cobalt deposit there as well. Also, salvageable containers here. We'll go over to those in a minute. Let's first of all have a look for some copper. Another way to get the chromatic metal quite quickly is to actually dismantle the rocket launcher in your ship. And because you're not going to use your starship, you might as well do this. And then you can grab the copper. We can take that and we can take the condensed carbon, which is always good. And actually what we need to do is refine it. So we need to build the personal refiner. So we need to make sure we get that ferrite dust nice and early on. If we go to our damaged container here, we'll have some rusted metal. We can use that to refine into ferrite dust in the future. Always worth grabbing that. But what we need to do is find some ferrite dust now on this world. If we go up to these grassy pods here, they will have some nice oxygen for us just by going up to it and collecting it. And then if we shoot them, we'll get some more oxygen. If you shoot any hazardous flora, you will get oxygen for it. So definitely worth stopping along these grassy pods to get that, in my opinion, because oxygen is a very valuable resource. And there's quite a lot of them on this world. There is some ferrite dust here, mainly in these sort of smaller rocks. I'm not finding anything bigger at the moment, so I'm just collecting these for now. And we have our metal plating, and now we can go into our portable technology, which is up on my D-pad. And I can make the portable refiner for 1 oxygen plating and 30 oxygen. We do need to put some condensed carbon or carbon in the fuel here, and then we can put in our copper, and that will give us 50 of our chromatic metal. It doesn't actually look like there's a lot to do on this planet in terms of milestone wise, so we will build our portable uplink now because we have the chromatic metal, which is only 30. And if we just activate the teleport, it will teleport us straight to space station. There you go, the one in that specific system. And we should now get Link to the stars. Ascend to a space station. And what we get for that is basic Corvette module parts, or modules pack. And then if we go to our right here as we come away from the portal, or if we face the space station terminals, or whatever you want to call them, and look to your left, these portals here are the Corvette stations. And this one is the closest one, and this one over here is the furthest away, and these two are in the middle. So if we go here, we'll land right here, and then we can access our Corvette workshop because we need to create a new Corvette. We do have modules. We can also purchase modules though. So if we purchase basic modules, these are for monies, and it will give you the monies that it will cost you to buy them. We can also sell, so we can sell any item in here. So I can sell this Viking effigy, for example, which I don't think we're going to need. We can also sell the modules pack that it gave us, but we don't want to do that. I'm going to sell these meaty chunks because we don't need those. Just get rid of them for now. And what else do we want to get rid of? Is there anything? No. So we also want to trade. We can also trade if we want to. And say we wanted, I don't know, this cockpit, we'd have to put in certain modules here to try and trade out for that particular cockpit, or whatever else you wanted out of these things. And there is also, to the left of the Corvette workshop, there is the Corvette workshop cache, which is where you can store a lot of your items, or at least your Corvette items, and you can go to any space station and pick them up from there. So let's have a look at the Corvette workshop. Let's create our new Corvette, and if we press Y on my Xbox controller, it will tell me that I need to build a new Corvette. So we'll put down a landing pad. We do actually have 2 landing pads, so why not? We've got this hab here, and what I'm going to do is just build out a nice simple Corvette, because that's really all we have to do. And you can move them about if you want. You can, you know, put them wherever you like. within reason. There are some glitch things you can do to, you know, make them a bit better, make them however you want to make them. But for me, I'm just sort of going around putting on certain items here. Is there anything else I can put on? I can put on a window. Oh no, I don't have any glass to put that on, so I can't put those on. If you refine some silica powder, you'll get glass for that. I think I'll put everything I can on right now. So there you go. There is my simple Corvette built with those basic module parts. We've got a photon cannon on there. We've got this Medusa class reactor, which will give us 19 boost and 13 plus maneuverability. And if we go to the photon cannon here, it will give me heat dispersion, fire rate and damage. So some of them do have stats on which you can put on here. Of course, the shield barrier has shield stats, etc. Then we have the thrusters, they have maneuverability, etc. And there are certain reactors that have hyperdrive range, warp cells and things like that. The landing pads have launch costs and boost. And then there are some things that are just decorative, like these items here: structural decoration, interior, exterior decoration, windows, etc. So just be aware that when you're building out your Corvette, some things will have stats and some things will not. I do have a video about the stats, so if you want to check that out, please go and check it out. What we're going to do then is push back and finalize current design. We are going to compare, and we're just going to swap with current ship because that's all we can do. And we should have our second milestone. No, we need to finish the interior, I think, of this star architecture. So assemble a starship and let's finish off the interior. We do have some interior parts here. What do we have? We have, if we go into my build menu here, up on my D-pad again, we've got a mission radar we can put in. Very nice. Do we have a nutrition unit? There you go. We got ship architecture. So there is, oh, we get some exosuit. I don't know what's going on there. Let's have a look. What do we get for that? We get prepackaged scatter blaster unit, prepackaged shell greaser unit, supreme scatter blaster upgrade, and projectile ammunition of 2,500. Very nice. Let's put in our upgrades here for our weapon, because we are going to need them. We are going to have to shoot down some sentinels, that much is true. Next on our list is excavate 5 Corvette modules, so we do need to fly our Corvette to do that. Engage autopilot for 20 seconds, that'll be nice and easy. We can do that as well. We can also shoot some asteroids, which is a milestone here in phase 3. In phase 2, we can harvest plants on your Corvette. We can do that one later. Drift among the stars, we can do that one. And we can take a photo of our Corvette as well. So let's jump in, just like you would on a normal starship. In we go. Let's change the view here, going into settings. And here's the view of our new Corvette. So first of all, let's grab 33 asteroids. And there you go, 33 asteroids, heavyweight, easily done. And that will give me Corvette wing modules pack and starship inventory slot ×2, which is nice. Means we can add these to our Corvette and make it look nice and what's the word? Nice and customizable. Do like the way these things look. Even the basic modules look quite good. When we shoot asteroids here, we normally get gold, silver, sometimes get platinum. You will get tritium as well. And we get these tritium hyperclusters, which will go into tritium if we actually analyze it. We've also had some other things as well. Sometimes you get some dihydrogen crystals, which you can analyze, and sometimes you get some geodes as well, which you can analyze also. So we've got some other things we can do now. First of all, let's engage autopilot for 20 seconds. We can do that, no problem. First of all though, let's take a picture of our Corvette in this absolutely wonderful asteroid field here. Beautiful. There you go, we've got Aperture, and to do that, you just go down on your D-pad, or whatever your button is, if you don't know, across to photo mode, and then you can go and take a photo from there. This is phase 5, so we've got Live and Pearl times 5, Orban and Pearl times 5, and Gravitino Ball times 5. So that's nice. We're now going to perform a spacewalk, and to do that, down on the D-pad, over to leave pilot seat, and you can leave the pilot seat whilst the Corvette is floating in space. We can then open the hatch, which is this side, and it will open out like that, and then all we need to do is drift around in space for 23 seconds. I mean, this is such a cool feature, isn't it? How cool is this? Drifting around space, you can go up to these bloody things as well. Oh look, there's another NPC doing a mining operation in the asteroids there. It's so cool. There you go. We got Extravehicular, whatever that says. Then we can just float back in to our Corvette, and we're back in. And close the hatch. Do love that feature. Do love the update Voyagers for this game. It's unbelievable. So reward, we got band movement system upgrade, pre-packaged cloaking device unit, and band scanning upgrade. So we can fit all of these in. Make sure we have our upgrades. That cloaking device will help us when we're fighting the evil sentinels. Let's engage the autopilot for 20 seconds. That is part of phase 1 here. And if we just cruise and then engage autopilot. So we can actually run around our Corvette and do things like mission radar. So you get other things as well, like a nutrient processor on here and a refiner. You can do things whilst you're traveling to a planet now, which is really cool. And I just think it makes it so much more immersive. You're not just sitting there now wandering to a planet. You actually are able to do things whilst you are traveling to a planet. Now I know you could go into your technology or your cargo and organise all that sort of stuff, and that's cool as well, but it just does make a difference. It really does. So we do need 3 processors and some chromatic metal to fix our hyperdrive, which we are going to need to do. What I'm going to do first though is move about some of these technologies in our technology here. And let's get our reward for cruising. We get pre-packaged cyclotron ballista unit, which is great for smashing up shields on starships. Pre-packaged Dyson pump unit, supreme starship weapons upgrade. Beautiful. Let's put in these wonderful upgrades we've got here. The cyclotron ballista. Do enjoy using it. I don't use it all that often, if I'm really honest, but I do enjoy using it. We are now going to do Dwarfed, find a deep space anomaly, and to do that we pulse, and then because we've got our anomaly detector here out of our asteroids, because that's how you find anomaly detectors, you can begin scan, and then look down at the right hand corner there. It says detecting nearby stellar anomalies, and it's probing the wavelength, and there you go. We've got a rare deep space anomaly, and it is a black hole. Which we don't want to go into a black hole. We don't want that right now, because we've got things we need to do. So there you go, we got that reward. So let's grab that. And that is from phase 5 as well. That is going to give us the emergency signal scanner we need to explore a derelict freighter, and inventory slots times 3. We are going to go for more tech here at the moment. We go 1 cargo, why not? In this initial system there is this flourishing moon, and one of the expedition milestones here is to visit a lush world. So let's pick up on that moon, which is here because I've marked it in my discoveries, and we'll see if this will be a lush world. It should be. Let's check. Let's see if this works. Which it does. Grounded. Didn't even have to leave the system to find this one. And we got pre-packaged fishing rig unit, which we need to get the fish, to catch free fish, and then we need we get fishing bait recipes as well. Nice and easy. That is on phase 2, so that one's done. Also, in our discoveries log, it will tell us here that we have a planet that has salvageable scrap. And what we need to do as one of our expeditions here is to excavate 5 Corvette modules. So we have that planet marked. Let's go and get our Corvette modules. Now this is the starting planet we were on with the salvageable scrap. So we could have done this while we were wandering around, but there is a little trick I wanted to show you. If we hover here above the planet and we leave the autopilot seat, we can go into our visor and we can look from here for some salvageable scrap. There's some right there. Salvage container, right? We can mark it like so, get back into our Corvette here, and we should be able to shoot it from our Corvette. There you go. Got rare item as well. Approximately 875 years old, this fused thruster, which is cool. We need to find 5. We got another one there. We're going to sell this for sure. And that is a really easy way of getting the modules without going out of your Corvette. So we'll do that again and see what we get. If we just move over here and then leave the pilot seat and do the same thing again. Look, there's one there. There's one. Not over there. There's loads of Gravitino balls. There's one right in front of us. There you go. Mark it. Shoot the ground. There you go. And we got the reward. Just like that. Salvaging. Nice and easy. And that is Corvette Windows Modules Pack. So we can put windows on our Corvette, which is very nice indeed. There they are. There are the windows. We do now need to leave this system. There isn't much else we could do. We could do some fishing, but I'll leave that until another episode. Everything else really. I'll tell you what we could do. We could destroy some sentinels here. This is an aggressive world. There's catch-free fish in phase 2. Eliminate corrupt sentinels, but they're on dissonant worlds. So we might have to leave them till later, because there's no dissonant world in this particular system. We do need to defeat 3 interceptors, which we can do if we head outside here. All we really need to do is head to the space station. We want to go there anyway, so let's head here. And now we're at the station. Just shoot it. And we should get interceptors coming. There you go. We need to kill 3 of these. There are 3 straight away. Oh, Christ. Yep, there they are. And now we have a little fight on our hands here. It should be okay. We're in normal mode, so this should be fine. There's one down. There's loads of them. Absolutely loads of them. 2 down. Just need the 1 more. Oh my god. I'm getting hit quite a bit actually. Wowzers. Let's heal our shield a bit. Oh my god. I can't even hit any of them. Ah! Will do. Come back here. Okay, they've damaged my cannon, which is a bit annoying. Right, there's 3. Now what we need to do is get into the space station. That's why I wanted to do it here. Oh, they've gone away anyway because you completed the milestone. But if you're ever in trouble with interceptors, etc., then get into space station, or you can bring in the anomaly, and that will keep you nice and safe. What do we get for that? We got microprocessor times 10. Hermetic seal times 10, hydraulic wiring times 10, amino chamber times 10, and ion batteries times 10. Very nice. We've got lots of stuff there. There's the microprocessors we need to fix our hyperdrive. But what we do need is we need some chromatic metal. And hopefully it will be available at the space station terminal. Let's have a look. We have a little bit of money. Not much, but a little bit. Ah, there isn't any. There isn't any. I do want you, though. This guy has some copper, so we'll grab the copper off him. And we've actually got some expedition rewards here, which is pilot your Corvette for 70,000 U. So I told you we'd get it, and we did. And we get Corvette hull modules pack for that, which is nice. Beautiful stuff. What we don't have is a portable refiner on us, and I don't think we can bring out, no, we can't bring out the portable refiner here in the space station, but we can actually bring it out in the Corvette. Now last time I did this, there was a glitch where that particular portable refiner wouldn't move. We don't have the refiner unit, do we? We need 20 platinum for that. So if I put down my portable refiner in here, I don't think I'm able to pick it up, which I'm not. It's kind of stuck there now, but that's fine. I don't mind that at all. It can sit there. And now all I need to do is refine the copper. So we have our chromatic metal and we have our 3 microprocessors, which means we fixed our hyperdrive module. So now all we need to do is warp to another system, and we are going to follow the expedition route by going into our galaxy map down on the D-pad, and then it's quite far away actually, which means we are probably going to take a few jumps to get there. We can't take the sky because we've jumped to a new system, and that will give us inventory slot times 10, life support gel times 10, and critically a banned hyperdrive upgrade for our Corvette, which is very nice indeed. And if we put in that hyperdrive module next to our hyperdrive, that will give us a bunch of light year range and warp cell efficiency of 100%, which is exactly what we need. We've also got, by the way, a supercharged slot here from upgrading our tech slots, and we are going to head to the expedition route, which is 2 jumps away, and we need to go to the space station, talk to the station core, if I remember correctly. It really still annoys me that the hatch still opens when you warp to a new system. It frustrates me so much. I thought that was something they had patched out already. Obviously not, or maybe it's just because it's in this expedition. I'm gonna have to check that in game at some point. Let's head to the system core, which is here at the back of the space station, right in the middle. And yep, okay, it's telling me all kinds of stuff, and we need to imprint iteration signature. Caster.penn, 12% restored, and there is resist 1. Nice and easy. Let's grab that then. That is Corvette hull modules pack. There you go, got some more modules. Beautiful. And then we can collect phase 1 reward, which is Corvette blueprint, poster plans, built to last poster plans, and big rig poster plans. Who doesn't love a poster, eh? Who doesn't love a poster? And there you go, guys. That is phase 1 done. That is also a very nice start. We've got 2 of phase 2 done, 2 of phase 3 done, and 2 of phase 5. We've got all of phase 4 still to do. In the next episode, we'll be doing phase 2. I hope to see you there. Hopefully you've enjoyed the videos. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Take care out there. Bye-bye.